Hey everybody on the Pro Forum. So here's a classic example of the digital world that we live in now, whereby we have to work twice as hard to make half the money. So I get a senior boy who makes an appointment, wants to go to the school to take pictures at the school. No problem. Books it. He's off this week because of Easter. Do the appointment. Few days, weeks, whatever goes by, a buddy of his calls me. Well, actually the mom, of course, calls and says, "Hey, can we get in this week?" "No, ma'am, we're booked up." "Oh, there's got to be something you can do. Can't we get in this week?" I'm making a deposit, by the way, right now, so forgive me as I just, this is it, full disclosure. This is the real world. So I'm going to continue this story in about 2 seconds. So as I lay this on these people. Okay, here we go. Hello, how are you? Thank you. All right, so classic, like I said, classic example. So, no ma'am, there's nothing we can do. Well, his friend is taking pictures at 9 o'clock in the morning on XYZ date. Okay, well, could we just come with him, with the friend, and then do pictures at the same time? I'm sure his friend won't mind. I'm like, well, that's up to the friend, I mean, he has to approve this. He has to say it's okay. Oh, well, we're going to call him. We're going to set the whole thing up. Calls, sets the whole thing up. The citizen says, "I don't care. Yeah, he's my buddy. We play sports together." Well, he wants to go to take pictures at the school also. So this is my most expensive session for me to go on location, meaning I have to leave the studio. It's my most expensive session. So here I got two of them at exactly the same time. Now you guys, I'm preaching to the choir here. You guys know that when you do two people at once, while it may save you some time, it for sure does not save you any work. In fact, in my humble opinion, it is twice the work. It is harder. I would much rather do one senior at a time. I'm checking. I think she's almost done. I would much rather do one senior at a time than have to do two at a time. That's just my personal preference. So here I am working extra hard. Thank you. You too, babe. Bye-bye. So here I am working extra hard to get, for these two guys, making sure none of the pictures are the same, doing different stuff, one at one field, one at the other field, doing all this extra stuff so as to get these pictures done for these people. When I get done, I explain to them, "Now look, you owe me $300 for the session." "What? You owe me $300 for the session because, they both made appointments sort of last minute and we didn't collect the session fee." "Well, this goes towards pictures, right?" "No. This is what we charge to take the pictures. This is my fee for doing all that stuff that we did." "Well, I thought this went towards the purchase of pictures." "Well, you thought wrong. You thought absolutely wrong. I don't know where you got that idea from." "Well, I even wrote it down on a piece of paper." "Well, do you have a piece of paper from us that says this price goes towards pictures?" "Well, no, I just thought." See, there's where you went wrong. You shouldn't have been thinking. You should have been asking. So whatever. So in an effort to keep people happy, all right, because now they're going to be pissed. And as you know, pissed off people do not spend nearly as much money. I tell them, okay, fine, and then they start with the argument. "Well, we came in at the same time. We saved you so much time." "But you didn't save me time. You saved me just a little bit of time, but you made me extra work. So, if you work extra for work, don't you get paid extra?" Well, they didn't gee-haw. Whatever. Bottom line is, I have to give each of them a $100 credit. So they paid their $300 session fee, but they're going to get $100 worth of stuff for that $300. Now, that's not really a big deal, especially when you consider early in the year, I would have done that $300 session for $150, just to get people in early. But now this time of year, there are no specials because this is the time of year when you're making the money. You know, hey, when the sun's shining and all that other farmer analogy. Well, it just, to me, is yet another classic example of the digital world that we live in when it comes to professional photography, that people do not want to spend money on what we offer. They want what we offer, but they don't want to spend the money for it like they used to. They used to love me. Here lately, they're not loving me nearly as much as they used to. They still want to come in, but buddy, when they come in, it's, oh, I can't believe this, and I don't understand that, and I thought you were this, and it just, I am dumbfounded, completely dumbfounded. And like I said, the best explanation is we work twice as hard for half the money we used to make. Classic example. Love to hear your thoughts on this. Maybe I'm all wet. Tell me I'm all wrong. I'm okay with it. Love to hear your thoughts. Bye. Talk to y'all tomorrow.